Herzlich willkommen auf meinem neuen Video. Das ist kein Witz, ihr seid richtig hier. Ist Oktoberfest, wir freuen uns und feiern alles. Ich trage Dindel. Don't worry, the video is not gonna be in German. This was just an introduction because it's Oktoberfest. I'm wearing the traditional German clothes for women, Dindel. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking about tips and tricks on how you need to behave on the assessment day. What are the things that you should bear in mind when a certain question will pop up? Although I already discussed so much in the previous videos, but today, upon your request that you have texted me on my Instagram account, on the Facebook, on the email, I really didn't mind to talk and to take this tour once again, so here we go. The time, it's the assessment day. You have been preparing about the assessment day for weeks, for months. You have been practicing in front of the mirror what you are going to say. And now comes the time that you do all this performance that you have been preparing for, searching for, and getting ready for. I strongly believe that when you are about to leave your CV on the assessment day, it's not about minutes, it's about seconds. It's equally crucial which impression you're gonna leave at that particular time and what type of CV you have. Now, what happens is that so many of you have been asking me to prepare the CV for you, which unfortunately I don't do it for the simple reason I don't think that I am competent to do somebody's CV. So now comes the time when you are leaving the CV and you are establishing communication with the recruitment team, with the recruitment officers, and you're most probably gonna get the question, why did you decide to apply for Qatar Airways? Now, some of the answers I have read on Facebook, there have been amazing, but some of the answers I certainly do not agree to say it for the simple reasons is because thousands of people have been saying over and over the same thing, and you're certainly not going to be recruited if you say that you want to work for Qatar Airways because you have unique qualities that can assist Qatar Airways. What kind of unique qualities that can assist Qatar Airways? This is very general. You haven't given a specific information about you. What is unique about you? As I said in one of the videos, you need to stick to an examples. Now, there is so many things that are important. Yes, you have to be confident, you have to have the personality for fitting the job of the cabin crew. But one thing before you go and apply for the position of cabin crew, while you are getting prepared in all this process of practicing, learning, making your CV, is you must learn for the airline. Forget that it's Qatar Airways today we're talking about. Let's say you're applying for Emirates Airlines or Etihad Airways or Fly Dubai, doesn't matter. You're applying for an airline that you must gather certain knowledge about that airline. So in this case, we go back to Qatar Airways. What have you learned about Qatar Airways? What type of airline is Qatar Airways? Since when Qatar Airways exists? Can you find an area of development where you think you can help Qatar Airways to develop in future? This tip that I'm gonna give you, for example, Qatar Airways have been the best airline in the world for 4 or 5 times. Qatar Airways has been the best business class in the world. Qatar Airways has had the best cabin crew in the Middle East, but has Qatar Airways won the best cabin crew in the world? Not yet. Why not mentioning this fact? Why not mentioning that you want to be a member of the team, that you are going to help them in the next Skytrack Awards win the Qatar Airways best cabin crew in the world? What are you saying with this answer? Number 1, you're setting a goal, personal goal. Number 2, you are setting a goal for the airline, which is amazing because goes hand in hand with the best airline in the world. The recruiters will like this answer, will love it, and will see a motivation in you. That means that you have been thinking of something that's gonna come up next, which will bring pride to the entire Qatar Airways family and the entire Qatar Airways employee group. Now, certainly not, I don't agree also with the answer when you guys are saying that I have a great experience from my previous job and I want to use it in this airline. Yeah, but what kind of experience you have in your previous job and how you gonna use it? So you must give a precise answer, a particular answer. And I always say, and even in the previous videos I said, take an example. say it, I was a member of an organization where while I was working, we won certain award. I think that this particular experience while I was working with that company is going to help me contribute to the team while I'll become a cabin crew for Qatar Airways. See, one thing also we need to understand here is the competition is growing every single day. The people are more and more interested in the job because, honestly speaking, this is a unique opportunity where you're going to be working for an airline that provides almost everything for you. You just only need to show up, study hard, and go for the flight and take care of the amazing passengers on board. But not any airline is doing what Qatar Airways and the other Middle Eastern airlines are doing for their employees. So therefore, the competition when it comes to recruitment is really high. Being able to be outstanding is also really important. Learning, self-development, self-improvement on daily basis. People don't succeed just by chance. People succeed because they're dedicated to it. So we have been speaking about what you're gonna say when they ask you why you wanna work for Qatar Airways. You're going to certainly find an example, you're gonna find a goal that you're gonna be sticking to that goal. You're gonna mention this as a personal success of yours, and you're gonna learn and connect this with what you have learned before. Therefore, studying for the airline before going to apply, it's really, really important. Another answer that I have read, and I also don't agree with it, is I want to fly for Qatar Airways because I love traveling. Who doesn't love traveling? And working as a cabin crew, yes, we all go to different destinations, but prior to reach the destination, there is something called a job. And there is something called customer service, and there is prior to that something called safety and security on board. So I don't think that we should be mentioning the latest stage of our flying career, which is the destinations we are reaching. Therefore, you're showing that you're not aware of what things will be around. You're just motivated by the destinations. You should be avoiding this kind of answer. That's my serious advice to you all. But if you want to stick to it, it's absolutely your right. Now, studying for the airline goes hand in hand with watching some information additional. If I was you, I would watch all the interviews that the chief executive of Qatar Airways has been given. Why? Because he is the one who gives loads of information about the achievements of the company, about the future plans that the company has. So being well informed about these things and watching the interviews that the higher management are publishing in the internet, in TV, on social media, it's very important in gathering information. Besides, of course, learning the Qatar Airways website, because I seriously think that you should not skip Qatar Airways website. You should be fully aware of how many destinations Qatar Airways, where are going to be the new destinations that are coming up in the next 6 months, for example. What's the Qatar Airways fleet at the moment? Which type of aircraft Qatar Airways flies? Perhaps the amount of cabin crew that they have, the amount of nationalities. Very valid numbers are here, which will show your recruiters that you have interest in the company and that you are going to be tomorrow a very valid member of the same. We go back to the confidence. Of course, I have a video on this subject. Confidence lies within you. I can talk about confidence and can make this video long-lasting, but you guys must find a way to show that confidence. As I said in one of the videos, confidence is not showing that you are above someone or you are below someone. Confidence is just being yourself, presenting yourself at the right time, not being afraid to speak, looking at the person you're talking to, maintaining eye contact, but at the same time, make sure you show humility. What does this mean? This means that you are approachable. This means that you have an empathy. This means that you understand feelings. Pretty much the cabin crew job really pays attention to the feelings, what type of person you are. Are you just standing and talking like this, or you're using gestures, you're using open palm gestures, which are showing that if I have a problem, if I need something, you are able to help me, or even without me speaking, you are able to see it and you're able to anticipate. So therefore, please have a look at my video about confidence. Check on the tips that I have mentioned there, and don't stop exploring and learning about confidence. Now, along with your personal presentation, while you're leaving your CV, you're gonna be selected also based on what's written on your CV. Often I read that people are saying the CV should be only 1 page or 2 pages. Make the CV as long as you can. When I was applying 10 years ago, my CV was 3 pages. Yes, I had experience, not much of a work experience. I had a lot of education and a lot of courses that I have been visiting along with my education, but I made my CV to look in a way that it's not so many information in 1 page. I made it 3 pages, and I seriously think that the gentlemen, the ladies actually in this case, who are scanning your CV, the more information they're getting inside, the higher the chances that you guys gonna be recruited. I also, in one of the videos that I had, I spoke about the importance of including key skills. There is a reason why they're called key skills. These are talking about you. I have precisely described what are the key skills that you should be mentioning, the guidelines for the key skills that you should be mentioning when you're applying for the job position of a cabin crew, and believe me, they play a really important role in selection. Talking about the key skills, presenting yourself, talking yourself in front of the recruiters, that's all called your personality. Based on your personality, you're going to be recruited. And if you haven't been recruited, please don't be desperate. I often say this, there's so many airlines out there that are recruiting at the moment, and you can always go and try best of your luck in the other airlines. So please don't demotivate yourself. I have received also some messages from people saying that when they fail, they know what they failed. One of the girls that was texting me, she wrote her points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In one of the points, she wrote, I know I was using my mobile phone too often, and it was in my hand because my mom was texting me. So these are the small important things that while you're sitting, while you're standing, while you're waiting, there is you've been watched. Basically that day, it's all about you. What you are doing is being monitored, so your dedication, your interest also is pretty much observed at all point of time. So please, I wouldn't say be careful, but dedicate yourself properly if you really want to succeed. Now comes the dress code, and of course, there's so many informations on internet available on how you should be looking when you're applying for a cabin crew. Often males are asking me, should we apply makeup? Definitely not. For male cabin crew, you should not be applying makeup, but what is important that you're well groomed. It means you have been shaved, your face is well moistured, you have a nice haircut. Just avoid the frizzy haircut. They're looking for something more modest, and you have thousands of pictures that are available on internet on what should be your hair, what your hairstyle should look like. For the ladies, I have a video on my mother language. It's a Macedonian, but you can just feel free to mute the video and check the makeup that I have done there. Make sure you just put a red lipstick that looks amazing with the burgundy uniform. When the recruiters will see you, they will immediately imagine you how you would look like in the uniform with the red lipstick. As you know, QATAR Airways uniform for cabin crew in first and business class is burgundy. I'm gonna go back to the moment of leaving your CV. People love to say that that's the critical stage. I would say that's the crucial stage. The more you are prepared for that moment, because those are moments, seconds. If it lasts a minute, fair enough. But if you prepare yourself for those moments, for those seconds properly, I can assure you that you're gonna succeed. Now, the success on this situation is based on outstanding performance. You cannot learn to have an outstanding personality if you don't practice. You cannot learn to have an outstanding personality by copying and pasting what I said, what anyone said. You must design your statement. You must design your speech. Don't forget, you must speak from the heart. Because often when we learn something by heart, we just talk and say it, it's like this, it's like that, and it looks like a poem you have learned by heart. But you must speak with emotion. You must act with emotion. That's one of the part that recruiters are looking at. How do they feel about you when they're looking at you? As I said, do you fake it or you are real? That's a very important aspect when you are leaving your CV, when you are discussing with the recruiters. Finding a unique answer doesn't lie with me, it lies with you. And you must connect it with your desire to know more, to look more, to design your answer according to what you have been studying before. So therefore, I hope that this video has helped you. I'm going to be seeing you very soon in another video, and until then, stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click like if you like it. Bye bye and have a nice day.